Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fifth Roblox game development tutorial. Kind of bad that I'm already losing track, right? All right. So we've done a lot about learning about our interface, and remember, guys, you can kind of customize it some. This is what it's going to look like for me. But next up, we're actually going to finally get to work, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this thing, this huge terrain thing, and we're gonna actually put in a real base plate, which will just be one brick, and it'll make building a little easier because we don't have to worry about terrain and brick working together yet. And you guys may or may not understand that can be a problem. Alright, so step one, you'll go up here to your plugins section, and under the built-in terrain plugins, look for remove. We already found that, and let's try remover, right? Remove, 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 remove. It works, doesn't it? Yeah? But what about for all of this? Imagine having to click and get rid of this many tiny little things. It would get old, and it would get tedious, and it would get that way fast. What do we do instead? That's a good question. Well, there's another little plugin up here that I like to use much more, and it's called Crater. It's a little laggy if you customize it wrong, but yeah, actually I'm going to keep you right up here. Alright, let's look at this GUI. Radius, depth. I'm not. You guys don't have to understand this too much because it's fairly simple if you know a little bit of like mathematical terms. A radius is half the distance of a circle's entire like width, sort of ish. That's an okay way to describe it. It's not perfect. Your math teacher would probably kill me. Um, and depth is just how far down, but 20% will be just fine for us because it's only one layer. But radius, we'll want to pull that up to about, let's go to 70-ish. Because it might be laggy on your computer, but for me, 71 will be just fine. Look at how much got left just in that second. Now it's still lagging. It's still smoothing everything. Even though we don't want it to smooth, we just want to get rid of it. That's how Roblox has to work. So we'll get rid of this area. I'll give it a couple seconds to smooth everything out. You can probably see it smoothing out right now. There we go. Zoom in a little bit and click here, because that should get rid of a nice big chunk. Watch that smooth out if you want. And now we could just use the delete tool or remove tool, but I still don't want to, and I'm just going to do that. Now wait just a little while, it'll stop lagging here soon. There's nothing to smooth out, but it still has to get rid of it. Okay, there we go, lag seems to be gone. We can go up here and click this to close the plugin, or this. Next up, we need to actually insert a brick, because right now, it's just a bunch of sky and sun and wherever the heck the moon is. Technically we should be able to see it like down here or something, but oh well. So to do this, if we go in workspace, you see terrain still here. You cannot delete terrain, but you can get rid of everything in it that's displayed by it. So instead we're actually going to have to go to to this little icon where the two wrenches are intersecting. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Roblox. No offense, but this looks horrible. Alright, okay. Let's find base plates. It doesn't have any, so let's go to bricks. Will this actually work? Okay, yeah. This is horrible. It's like breaking every time. If you guys know in HTML, you will know what I meant by breaking. Otherwise, I'm not going to explain it. Let's just get this plastic plate, I guess. Get this part, We're gonna rename it base just because we can. Move it to 0, 0, 0.2. Oh, actually no, sorry. 0.2 needs to be in the middle. And I'll explain that. I explain this property a little bit. Um, this is basic building, just how to add the brick. Uh, it's gonna be a sort of long tutorial, even though it's virtually nothing is being taught. Okay, so let's go down here, and we see we have our little blue brick here. It's sort of our base plate. It looks horrible with all those studs and stuff. I personally don't like that, but I'm not gonna change it yet. Okay, so let's make it bigger. Okay, make it. Right now we could barely fit a player on there, let alone a whole map. So let's make it bigger. A good size. Right now you'll see it's 8 by 8 for the width and the height. Or not actually width and height. The width and this side and this side. It's actually only point here. If I move, it's actually only 0.4 pixels tall. Or pixels, sorry, not pixels. It's a lot of pixels tall. 0.4 studs. And studs, I like to think of them as like an inch, maybe 6 inches. Sorry, 6 inches. The average, the Robloxian player without hats and stuff, in that case, would be about, well, they're about 5 studs tall. So in that case, they'd be about 3. Would that be 3 feet tall? No. It'd be about 30 inches tall, so just under 3 feet. Okay? But that doesn't really matter. I'm just explaining so you guys can get a proportion. So 8 studs is, it's small for a base plate for the floor of something. So we're going to increase it to 500 because that's a good starting point. You can always increase it or decrease it. But look at that. Does that look big enough to actually walk around now? I agree. So let's make it a bit, I don't know, bigger. Let's change it up. Actually, no, this is building. This is not going to be a couple other things yet. This is just building. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys, still going to be showing you guys a little bit around in the interface, but now you can actually get stuff done. So we have a brick, and I'm actually going to start the tutorial part now. Here's our brick. In order to make another brick, we could always go up here, if this will follow. Click here, go to our bricks. Oh, there. It looks much better now. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, you go here, you got your bricks you can choose from. You could go to search, go to models, and then just find free models that people have posted to public domain for everybody to use. But this entire series is meant to be so you don't have to use any free models ever. Okay? So we're not going to touch free models. Inventory. We're not even going to touch models I've made. We're going to make everything. We could go to bricks and get a brick again, but I don't want to. I want to just copy and paste this brick. How do you do that? How do you copy and paste our brick? All you have to, you can do one of, there's about 2 options. There's a lot, but these are the 2 I'm going to show you. You can click this copy button. Make sure that your brick is selected. To make sure it's selected, you click it. You should see this blue kind of outline on it, and you should see this highlighted in the tree over here. Anyway, it's clicked. So now you can click copy and paste. And while you guys might not be able to notice just yet, there are two of them. But there's also another way, and I'm going to delete that by clicking the delete button on my keyboard while it is selected. We're going to click here, and I'm just going to hit Control C, which copies it, and Control V, and actually I am going to show you a third way. And as you can see, that's the same as copy and paste. But there's one quicker way to Control C and Control V, and that is Control D. And that just copies and pastes it in one quick, swift motion. One keyboard stroke. So that is how you copy a brick. Now, how do you resize a brick without having to go to properties? What if you just want to visually see, like, it incrementing into being smaller? Go up here, and you can use this resize tool, and then you grab these little knobs, and you can pull it out, or push it in, or pull it in, or pull it in, or push it out. And that works every single way, but there is a maximum size, and that's 2048 pixels. So there is how you can move stuff, or resize stuff. Now what if you want to just move it? Can you just click it and drag it? Yes, you can. You can click and drag. But what if you want to incrementally move it so that you're spot on? Go up here and click on this tool, the Move on Axis tool. Go down here, and it's a lot like the Resize tool. You grab the knobs, push and pull in whatever direction you want, and it will work. So, now what if you wanted to recolor it? Just quick, this isn't too much, this is still sort of building. What if you want to recolor your brick? Well, you could go into the brick color, and you could choose black. And now it's black. But what if you wanted a quicker way without having to go into properties and find it and do all of that annoying stuff? If you just want something real quick and you know exactly what you want. Or you don't know what you want and you want something quick to choose. You go up to this tool, you click this little arrow, and you can choose from a ton of from their nice selection of colors. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 64 brick colors to choose from. That's a lot of colors. So we'll choose from these 64 colors, and I want a red brick. You see it does not automatically change, but if you click it, it will. And now you don't have to go into properties for everything, you can just click stuff. And we're going to change this one to, the bottom one, to this color. Okay, so sorry it's been a long tutorial, we didn't get too much done. But we are starting to get to work, and I hope you guys are excited. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like or dislike button corresponding to how you have felt about this video, and I will catch you guys later.